people are doing. Danielle there she is, all right. From Michael J. Fox Foundation. You don't have your Fox thing on though. Okay. She's going to talk about the Michael J. Fox Foundation and the work that they're doing, and I think everybody in the room is aware of that organization, so come on up. Thanks very much.
All right, I'm a little shorter than Dr. Hinkle, so I just have to adjust that there. Okay, well, hi everyone. My name is Danielle Bechta. I'm a Senior Associate Director at the Michael J. Fox Foundation. I've had the pleasure of serving the Parkinson's community for 4 years, since January 2019, and I am so pleased to be here with you all today. I want to thank Dr. Hinkle and all of the staff at Ohio Health for allowing us to have some space here. And today we are going to talk a little bit about the foundation. I spoke with a few of you earlier, and I know you know about the foundation, but just in case there's some newbies in the room, I just want to set the table. Then we have some exciting Parkinson's research that we're going to discuss. And thank you again to Dr. Hinkle for setting the stage so I didn't have to go over all the nitty-gritty science. You're all up to speed. You're ready to go at full speed at this point. And then I'm going to close out today with how you can all get involved. So founded in 2000 by actor and Parkinson's patient Michael J. Fox, we began our mission to find better treatments, have better policies, and design better clinical trials to find a cure for Parkinson's and close our doors forever. We have a combination of business and science through an aggressively funded research agenda, and we hope to fund the most promising research at all times. We are one of the largest funders of Parkinson's research and drug development, funding nearly $2 billion to date. As you can see from the graphic here in front of you, 88 cents per dollar goes directly towards research, and that is something that we take very seriously. We hold no endowment at the foundation, and every year we try to start back at zero, as close to zero as we possibly can. When we receive a donation, that donation is in the hands of researchers within 6 months. It's actually been a little quicker than that lately. But first and foremost, we are really a patient-centered organization. We try to take a bird's eye view of all the research happening worldwide so that we can make sure that science is open and available so progress can continue to move forward. Really, we just don't want anyone to be the smart kid in class covering their paper and not sharing their test results. So we have a team of in-house PhD neuroscientists who review over 1,500 grants annually, and they determine what the focus should be for that funding cycle. And each grant ensures that the researchers will come back and tell us what is exactly going on. We want the good, the bad, the ugly. So we can fund about 600 grants annually. We're trying to push the envelope there, but 600 seems to be about the sweet spot. We also want to make sure that we have folks from all over the Parkinson's community and their perspectives reflected in what we're funding. So not just researchers, doctors, and scientists, but people just like you in this room. Everyone here with Parkinson's has an incredible voice and an incredible story, and we need that in order to know which way we should go next. So one of the biggest challenges in the field of studying Parkinson's is the lack of a biomarker. And a biological marker is something that we can measure that would tell us if a disease is present or how far along in the disease we could be. So blood pressure is a good indicator as a biomarker for heart disease. We also have an X-ray, which is an imaging biomarker for a broken bone. So biomarkers can be anything. They can be fluid from your body, like blood or urine. It can also be an imaging agent, a skin sample, or even mucus from a nasal swab. So how do we get to a point where we have enough information to understand what a biomarker for Parkinson's would look like? Well, our major initiative, the Parkinson's Progression Markers Initiative, really set out to do that. So they have been founded in 2010, and in the initial cohort, we had 1,500 participants worldwide. We had 33 clinical sites, and we measured pretty much everything you possibly could in a person. So collecting cerebral spinal fluid, doing different scans like MRI, DAT scans, and just looking at intensive omics, such as whole genome or RNA sequencing. So all this data was made available to researchers for free. It was de-identified, but folks were able to select to get just the data or to get biological samples for their research studies. And that data was downloaded over 9 million times since 2010. We actually re-upped PPMI recently, and we hope to grow to have over 4,000 people in clinic and over 100,000 people in our new online platform. There's actually 2 sites in Ohio, so you're one of the lucky ones. I think there might only be one other state that has 2 PPMI sites. So here we are. We have the start of some biomarkers for Parkinson's disease. And as Dr. Hinkle mentioned earlier, this is measuring alpha-synuclein using the alpha-synuclein seeding amplification assay. I'm just going to say SAA, moving on out. I get a little tongue-tied. So this uses advanced technology to amplify the presence of alpha-synuclein in the brain, allowing for earlier and more accurate detection of the protein, and potentially providing significant value by recognizing the protein long before motor symptoms exist. So through PPMI, we validated the first biomarker capable of detecting in living people the alpha-synuclein pathology that is believed to play a central role in Parkinson's disease. This test, I probably don't need to tell you this, but it's going to transform clinical trials and rapidly revolutionize the development of long-awaited improved treatments for the disease. SAAs are one of the most promising advancements resulting from PPMI. After initially approaching a researcher from the University of Texas in 2014, the SAA method was applied to alpha-synuclein, and they used funding from the foundation and plenty of samples from PPMI. So these seeds that you were talking about before are introduced into cerebral spinal fluid, and it measures the propensity to accumulate. So this test is now available through a doctor's office, but it doesn't yet broadly change how doctors diagnose and treat Parkinson's, but it will likely in the future. And so what we want to do is to be able to validate and optimize these SAAs. We want to not just have to use cerebral spinal fluid, but work on skin cells, saliva, or blood samples. And right now, the current test is binary. So either there's alpha-synuclein aggregation or there's not. Hopefully, we see this test being able to help us diagnose different stages of Parkinson's to improve personal care plans and identify subtle shifts in therapeutic treatments and improving trial results. Okay. This is a lot to cram into about 2 minutes, so I hope you're still with me. Well, now that you're all excited about this new opportunity that we have with biomarkers, I just wanted to share a few ways to get involved with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. We have something called the Buddy Network, and that is an online social network where you or someone you love can join and ask a bunch of different questions. We don't monitor it, we don't moderate it, it's just about you and your experience and connecting with other people. We also have a series of webcasts and podcasts and lots of guides available on the website, even a few written by our in-house movement disorder specialist, Dr. Rachel Dolan. I mentioned PPMI, so if you're interested in signing up for that, you can also talk to me at my table. And Fox Insight is another clinical trial that we're always recruiting for. We have over 54,000 participants, but guess what? We need more. You're the experts in Parkinson's, in your specific Parkinson's, and we need to hear from you. We also have Team Fox. Shout out to my friends at 5K for JK. Yeah, they're incredible members of our Team Fox community, and 100% of what is raised through Team Fox goes directly towards research. Team Fox folks have raised over $100 million since their inception, and we're excited to watch that thermometer continue to grow. And then finally, we have a policy team that focuses on advocating for better policies for people with Parkinson's. And what can you do right now? We make it really easy. If you go to our website and you want to contact your legislators, You can just fill out a very quick form. I think you just put your name and your address of where you live, and it generates a pre-written form where you can reach out directly to your legislators about issues that are really important to Parkinson's today. Well, I will be back in Columbus on October 14th for our Parkinson's IQ plus U event, and I'm sure you'll hear more information about that as we get closer. But thank you so much for your time. I hope you're feeling optimistic about the future of Parkinson's disease research, and please stop by and say hi before you leave.